Good evening and welcome. Tonight we're going to continue our read through of this weird but true World 2023 book. And tonight our chapter is going to be about almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Okay. Incredible North America. I mean, I'm sure you saw the title, so you already knew, but still, we're going to read some weird whispered facts about North America. Look at this baby. Alright. We're going to skip the sideways pages so I don't have to adjust the book. Let's read about peculiar places, starting with the Museo Subacuático de Arte in Cancun, Mexico. At first, a museum of life-size sculptures might not sound that unusual, but at the Museo Subacuático de Arte, or MUSA, the collection is entirely underwater. The jaw-dropping museum, which sits in the waters off of Cancun, Mexico, was created to attract snorkelers and scuba divers in an attempt to lessen the traffic to a nearby endangered Mesoamerican reef. More than 500 sculptures sit between 13 and 26 feet below the ocean surface, covered in algae and coral. Musa aims for the art to eventually become a complex reef structure, providing nooks and crannies where marine life can live. Next is Roswell, New Mexico, USA. In 1947, outside the city of Roswell, a rancher found a cluster of metal sticks held together with tape in his sheep pasture, along with pieces of plastic and reflectors and bits of shiny paper. When the rancher called the police, they reached out to the local Air Force base. Soon the remnants were scooped up and carried away in armored vehicles. Locals quickly latched on to the theory that the wreckage was debris from a crashed UFO. Local leaders tried to convince the public that the scraps were in fact from a crashed weather balloon, but folks weren't buying it. As it turns out, the public was right. Well, sort of. The debris wasn't from an alien spaceship or weather balloon. It was actually a high-flying spy balloon that was part of a top-secret U.S. Army project. Or so they say. Here, I'm gonna adjust my mic again. Hold on. This might. Okay. That way I can sit a little more comfortably while I whisper to you. Next is Lake Kiluk in British Columbia, Canada. Have you ever seen a polka-dotted lake? Travel to the Okanagan Valley in British Columbia, Canada, and you just might. For most of the year, mineral-rich Lake Kiluk, also called Spotted Lake, looks like any other. But during the summer, much of the water evaporates, leaving behind yellow, green, and blue polka dots. These dazzling dots get their colors from the minerals left behind and can vary depending on the type of mineral deposits in a particular spot. Aside from its unusual looks, the lake is also special in another way. It was considered to have special healing powers by the indigenous people of the Okanagan Nation, from whom the lake gets its name. Today, the lake is privately owned by the Okanagan Nation Alliance and is protected for its cultural and ecological significance. Weirdly cute animal, the axolotl salamander. It might seem strange to awe over a slimy, slippery salamander, but axolotls are undeniably cute. Unlike most other salamanders, which is a type of amphibian, axolotls spend their whole lives save wild axolotls through education efforts and conservation programs. Moving on to what's weird about this. Oh. Sure, this mouse might look like any other until it throws back its head and lets out a howl. Grasshopper mice found in prairies and dry areas across North America communicate over long distances by howling. Their diets are also rather different. Unlike most mice, which tend to eat grains and fruits, grasshopper mice dine on smaller rodents and insects. They've even been known to take on dangerous creatures like scorpions and snakes. Pretty cool. By the numbers. Racing roller coaster. Get ready for a supercharged ride. King Dakar at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, USA is not only the world's tallest roller coaster, it's the world's second fastest too. Hang on tight and check it out. Its height is 456 feet. The drop is 418 feet. It is a 129-foot tall camel hump right here. Oof, that's huge. It goes up to 128 miles per hour. The length is 3,118 feet, and the ride lasts 50.6 seconds. Yeah, I could never. No, thank you. Let's check out some bonkers buildings, starting with the Biomuseo, or Biomuseo, I'm not sure, in Panama City, Panama. At the entrance of the Panama Canal, the Biomuseo stands proud in all its colorful glory. The angular building is by world-famous architect Frank Gehry. It is as if the building is rising up from the water. The design reflects the way that Panama began forming millions of years ago as it rose out of the sea, uniting North and South America in the process. This natural history museum is dedicated to Panama's biodiversity and its incredible variety of unique wildlife. Positioned in a 5.9-acre botanical park, the building's vivid color attracts clouds of butterflies and moths. Yep, even the bugs are enjoying the vibrant architecture. Next is the Hotel de Glace in Quebec, Canada. Imagine rebuilding a hotel every year. Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what happens at Hotel de Glace. Made entirely from snow and ice, this enchanting crystal palace melts away each spring as temperatures rise, and is then rebuilt in a new form the following winter. A team of around 50 to 100 artists and engineers from all over the world work together to create the new masterpiece, using up to 30,000 tons of snow and 500 tons of ice to build features such as ice sculptures, snow arches, and even an ice slide. Sleeping there isn't as cold as you'd expect, thanks to sleeping bags, rugs, and mattresses. Some rooms have fireplaces too. Check it out. It has a fireplace in the ice hotel. How does that work? Next is the Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle, Washington, USA. On the inside, this museum celebrates everything from rock and roll to science fiction, but it's the outside that's got everyone talking. It would be hard not to notice this striking structure with its dazzling metallic glow. It is made from 140,000 square feet of stainless steel and painted aluminum, 21,000 pieces in all, which catch and reflect the light like a giant disco ball. Another creation by Frank Gehry. He designed the building's ripples and curving lines to reflect the way that wrestling ring. Now that's quite a mashup. It turns out that mashed potato wrestling is a thing, and these spectacular events happen in various parts of America, including at the annual Barnesville Potato Days Festival. The action takes place in a ring made from hay bales filled with potato flakes, water, and leftover potato scraps. Yummy. Not really. Contestants compete in 2 rounds, ceremonies. That's cool. And it says here that it's the biggest, or the largest musical instrument in the world, which makes sense. Next is Roswell's Caves in New Mexico, USA. This may look like a palace, but it's actually a hand-carved desert cave. And it's all the work of American sculptor Rob Paulette. Found in the desert north of Santa Fe, it's just one of his sandstone masterpieces, transporting visitors to another world. To build them, Paulette tunneled into the soft cliffs by digging and chiseling. Some of his epic temple-like creations are 40 feet tall. That's the size of a 4-story building, with intricate textures and patterns. Each cave is unique and includes features such as skylights, special spots for candles, and columns. So peaceful are these spaces, some have been used as spiritual retreats for meditation and healing. Next is the Nika Crystal Caves in the Chihuahuan Desert of Mexico. And this picture is like my favorite picture of the caves. Like, that's a human, and these are the crystals. That's crazy. These 36-foot-long beauties are among the largest natural crystals ever to be discovered. Each one weighs up to 55 tons, which is about as heavy as 9 adult male African elephants. In 2000, a team of miners found the gigantic gypsum crystals 1,000 feet beneath Nika Mountain in Mexico, inside a cave now known as the Cave of Crystals. Over thousands of years, a mineral called selenite formed these colossal crystals thanks to the optimum conditions found within the cave. Immersed in hot, mineral-rich water, the crystals grew and grew to the breathtaking size they are today. Yeah, it's very, very unreal. Next, we're looking at some madcap museums, starting with the Neon Museum in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. Las Vegas is famed for the vibrant signs that line the strip, but what happens when those signs are no longer wanted? Many of them end up in the Neon Boneyard. It might sound like a Scooby-Doo location, but it's actually one of the outdoor areas at the Neon Museum. This museum, established in 1996, is dedicated to preserving these sparkling signs from recent history. The Boneyard, which is packed with huge light installations from the 1930s to the present day, is best wandered at night when the restored signs can be seen in their full glory. Pretty neat. Next is the Troll Hole Museum, which I can't say in a whisper. The Troll Hole Museum in Alliance, Ohio, USA. Trolls, magical cave-dwelling creatures with mops of wild hair, may come from Scandinavian folklore, but thousands of these cute, furry little figures have found their way to the small town of Alliance, Ohio. As of 2018, the Troll Hole Museum was home to a record-breaking 8,130 troll dolls, and the collection has been growing ever since. To date, The surface of the lake is patchy, with some areas feeling totally solid, others springy like sponge, and even parts that are more like lake water. The deepest part of the pitch lake is estimated to be 250 feet. As well as being popular with tourists, the lake is mined for its asphalt, which is used for building bridges, roads, and paving. Cool. By the numbers, General Sherman. Totally someone that I visited. And again, here's a person. Here's the tree. General Sherman. Meet the biggest living tree on the planet. It may not be the tallest, but General Sherman is the world's biggest tree by volume, which is the total amount of space that it takes up. The enormous redwood is a giant sequoia, and you can find this beast of a tree in the giant forest at California's Sequoia National Park. It's estimated that this tree is 2,000 years old. Some giant sequoias have lived to be more than 3,000 years old, so this tree may still have another 1,000 years of living and growing to do. Its height is 275 feet. It's 6.8 feet in diameter. Its volume is 52,500 cubic feet, and the base is over 36 feet in diameter. And like it said, it's approximately 2,000 years old. Let's see some weird days silver tiles that cover the building glint like fish scales as they catch sunlight at different angles. But not everybody is a fan of this eye-catching construction. Some have even described the design as tasteless. I think it's pretty. I think it's super cool. Next is dog surfing in California, USA. From wacky waves to waggy waves. Welcome to the world of dog surfing. Adventurous pooches and their owners come together to compete at the World Dog Surfing Championships. Canine competitors have 12 minutes each to ride as many waves as they can. They're judged on things like how long they stay on the board, the size of the wave, and technique. Tricks are a bonus. Along with the headline event, there's also a costume contest for humans and dogs, and it all happens on the Northern California coast. Oh gosh, there's some creepy bugs on here. I should have warned you. It's I panicked for a second because in the South America chapter there's like a giant spider on one of the pages, and I thought I had turned to it by accident, but no, it's all good. I'll be sure to warn you before the next episode. But let's look at some quirky creatures, starting with the resplendent quetzal of Mexico. Is this the world's most beautiful bird? Just look at the luminous emerald green feathers of the resplendent quetzal. These vibrant birds live in Central America's tropical forests. Ancient Maya and Aztec peoples considered them sacred and wore their fabulous feathers during ceremonies. You can't see in the picture, but they have these long, gorgeous tail feathers. But anyway, next is the crab invasion on the Bay of Pigs in Cuba. Every spring, red, black, and yellow crabs swarm Cuba's Bay of Pigs for weeks at a time. The pincered creatures take over the town as they travel from the forests to the sea. This happens after mating season. The migration causes chaos for local traffic, but it's not a walk in the park for the crabs, who face obstacles including swimming pools and cars. It sounds chaotic. Here's the very sweet Baird's tapir in Central America. Baird's tapir can grow as big as 8 feet and weigh up to 660 pounds, making it Central America's largest native animal. Tapirs are distantly related to horses and rhinos, but have stubby legs and round bodies. This doesn't stop them from being speedy and thriving in a variety of environments, from rugged mountains to rainforests. With their big snout, they look like a mix between a cow and an elephant. But its substantial schnoz has an important purpose. It helps the tapir grab hard-to-reach food. I didn't realize they were so big. I thought they were kind of like, I don't know, like not, like maybe like 2 feet tall, but apparently they're 8 feet. The heck? That's wild. Next is the star-nosed mole that's found throughout North America. Star-nosed moles have a burst of tiny tentacles on their nostrils. These are always moving to help them figure out their surroundings and find prey. The moles' tentacles help make them the world's fastest eaters. They can find and devour a meal in less than a quarter of a second. Here's the big old rhinoceros beetle in Central America. It doesn't take a genius to figure out why this critter is called a rhinoceros beetle. It's also known as the Hercules beetle, after the mythological hero who is famed for his strength, and not without reason. This beetle is the strongest insect in the world relative to its body size. They're pretty big. You could catch them on Animal Crossing. They're huge. Next is the Adams River Salmon Run in British Columbia, Canada. Look at him go. Adams River's brilliant ruby red hue doesn't come from the water. It's the color of over 1 million sockeye salmon migrating, also known as the Adams River Salmon Run. After 2 to 3 years of living in the high seas, Its eye-popping markings make it easy to spot, which is handy because it has a venomous bite. Pretty rare for a lizard. That's so cool. Let's see. I'm just seeing, okay, the 2 pages left. Just curious. Next, we have some human-made masterpieces, starting with the Dr. Seuss house in Talkeetna, Alaska, USA. Over 20 years ago, a man in Alaska built a log cabin. Nothing strange about that, but he didn't stop with just one cabin. He kept on building upward, cabin upon cabin upon cabin. The mega cabin now has between 14 and 17 floors, some of which are only accessible by ladder, and the entire structure reaches 185 feet into the sky. It has been nicknamed the Dr. Seuss house after the children's author and cartoonist. It looks like it has come right out from one of his books. This towering construction can't get any higher into the sky because 200 feet is officially federal airspace. How interesting. Next is the Moss Lady of Victoria, Canada. This mega moss lady lies tucked under a soft blanket of moss with living plants sprouting like hair from the top of her head. Snoozing peacefully, she measures 35 feet long. That's about as long as a school bus. The sculpture is made from a combination of boulders, wires, cement, and pipes. It was built in 2015 by an artist named Dale Dobert, who was inspired by a similar sculpture at the Lost Gardens of Helligan in Cornwall, UK. That is really pretty. Next is the sunken pirate city of Port Royal, Jamaica. Back in the 17th century, Port Royal was an infamous pirate city built on sand. When a huge hurricane and tsunami waves hit Jamaica in 1692, Port Royal was swallowed by the sea. In total, around 33 acres of the city sank beneath the waves. Up until the 1900s, locals claimed the city's ghostly roofs were still visible beneath the water's surface. And this is cool. I love it. The Enchanted Highway of Regent, North Dakota, USA. You may have heard of enchanted forests, but what about an enchanted highway? Well, that's exactly what this North Dakota highway is, now that it's been filled with record-breaking sculptures. The metallic masterpieces lining Highway 21 were all created by a former school principal. A self-taught scrap metal sculptor, Gary Greff, wanted to find a way to attract visitors to the town to stop it from being forgotten, so he decided to build a series of sculptures. But not any old sculptures. These are the world's largest metal sculptures. Wow. That's amazing. And lastly, we have some rocky wonders. Right, this is the last page. Yeah, okay, just checking. The last page. Starting with the stone spheres of the Tiquis Valley in Costa Rica. These boulders may decorate the gardens of many modern Costa Rican homes, but their history dates back centuries. Nobody knows what the mysterious stone spheres or Tiquis spheres were made for. They were discovered by workers clearing land in the Tiquis Valley back in the 1930s, and they vary in size from ones you can hold in your hand to examples that are 8 feet in diameter. It is thought that ancient makers would chip away at them using stone tools to create their almost perfect spherical shape. And next is the Devil's Tower in the Black Hills of Wyoming, USA. Devil's Tower was formed underground when magma from Earth's mantle rose up between gaps in sedimentary rock and became solid. As the magma cooled, it formed pentagonal and hexagonal shaped columns. Despite its massive height, 867 feet, Devil's Tower was hidden for millions of years. Over time, wind and water wore away the areas of sedimentary rock to leave behind the harder igneous rock columns. This geyser in the Nevada desert in Nevada, USA. This rainbow-colored wonder in the middle of the Nevada desert is human-made, albeit by mistake. So how did this beautiful accident occur? It all started around 100 years ago when residents were looking for water for their crops. They drilled a well and found 200-degree Fahrenheit boiling water, much too hot for what they wanted, so it was abandoned. Decades later, a geyser or hot spring formed at the spot. Then in 1964, an energy company built another well nearby, but the water wasn't hot enough for what they needed. This well was abandoned, and the hot water burst out to form a second geyser, Fly Geyser. It stole the water pressure from the original geyser and can fire boiling water 5 feet into the air. Fly geysers always growing as the minerals from the water solidify into weird shapes. That's really, really pretty. The last page in this chapter is a quiz, which I might save those for after we read the whole book, and then I'll have a video where I do all the quizzes to see what you guys retained. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this video relaxing